ask questions. So as a human, naturally what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to talk about ourselves and talk 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 until the other person is like blue in the face. It makes us feel good, but really the more that we're talking, the less that essentially that they're going to listen, because we're only kind of talking about themselves. So I've talked about this in other videos, but like the smart man really is the one that listens, and the one that are like usually really quiet are the ones that are listening to what people are saying and learning something new, rather than the ones that are talking or just kind of like stating what they already know. And one of my favorite rules is that you have 2 ears, 1 mouth. You have 2 ears, 1 mouth. Use them proportionally. But this video is talking about asking questions, and I swear I had done this before, but I looked through all my videos and I had not. One of the things that I can really say is like incredibly important, especially if you're in sales, is ask questions rather than show up to throw up. So naturally what a lot of people want to do is they want to just talk and talk and talk and talk about their product and them and why they're the best and why they need to choose you and blah, 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 blah. But really what people are doing is that they're missing the opportunity to really kind of find out what's important to that other person. And the easiest way to do that is to ask questions. So the more I'm in sales, the more I'm realizing that scripts are really important, even if they're ones that you're just kind of creating yourselves, but just ask questions. So I also help with real estate, and one of the things that I'll talk about in real estate is I work with a lot of the for sale by owners, which basically start off kind of doing their own thing first. They don't want to sell the commission. They want to do everything by themselves. So, by asking questions, then I'm able to get a lot further in the conversation than a lot of other people are. So when obviously I lean towards the listing side of things, I'm more of a listing agent than I am a buyer's agent. And that's obviously what I want to do is I want to be able to become their listing agent. But if I know that if I go straight into it and I start talking about me and all the aspects and the reasons that you want to choose me and the blah, 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 that I'm going to lose them, because essentially, I'm pretty sure I talked about this in one of my other videos, but you've got about a 30-second, like time span of like them listening to you. So if you're not asking questions and kind of renewing that 30-second time span every single time, then essentially they may be like doing this, but they're thinking about their lunch, or they're thinking about their car wash, or they're thinking about their kids, or they're thinking about the fight that they had with their spouse, whatever. They're not thinking about you. So the more that you keep them intertwined and you keep asking them questions, the more likely it is. So again, going back to the listing thing with the for sale by owners, if I constantly reach out to them and I say, I want to list your house, I want, and me, they're going to think, okay, well, everybody else is doing that. Every single person is doing that. But if I start off by saying, hey, are you question? I start off with an immediate question. Hi, I'm Sean. I'm with Keller Williams. And I can, I was wondering if you work with buyer's agents. If you work with, an agent, if I brought you a buyer, would you pay a commission? And then they start to say either yes or no, kind of what their question, where they're at. And then I ask them, okay, well, I can kind of assume why you would go for sale by owner, but do you mind if I ask, why you're doing that? So I'm not just assuming that. And then they go through their process. And then I ask them, is there a certain amount of days that you would consider after a certain amount of days, 30, 60, 90, X, is there an X amount of days that you would consider working with an agent? And then again, I'm just constantly asking them for questions and questions and questions. So by the time when I get down to it and I start asking for things like, hey, can I get your email? Can I get your phone number? Can I get your last name? Can I put a contact in for you? Can I put you on a neighborhood update? Can I do a no obligation report for you? That they're more likely to say yes throughout that process. So just kind of keep that in mind. If you have the natural want to want to talk, then switch it to more of asking the questions, and you're more likely to get what you want, and everybody's more likely to have a better experience because you're separating yourselves from all the others that are me, let me have the listing, let me have the listing. And then from there, then it's a lot easier to acquire the sale, get the meeting, or whatever it is that you have. So do your best. Sorry, this is a little bit longer of a video than I usually do, but do your best to ask those questions and really just kind of get to the point where, it's a win-win situation for everybody.